Nigeria Group, the New Nigeria Naturalists, and builders of New Nigeria. We will be looking at Nigeria today. Yinka Kodri, good morning and glad to have you on our show.
Good morning, my dear brother. I'm happy to be with you this morning.
All right. Yes. Just to go into the program.
Look at the north, for instance. Have you forgotten the groundnut pyramids of the north that will be built from the ground, and you'll be looking at it high up there, that became a signature of all eyes back in the days. The groundnut pyramids, the beans that we produce from the north, the capacity to supply not only Nigeria but the entire West African sub-region with protein in terms of cattle, in terms of goats and other herbivores that people need as sources of protein. So consider the southeast then that had a lot of oil palm, and I mean we were exporting palm oil to other parts of the world. So with the southwest, where I mean there was cocoa, there was we had cocoa, we had other materials that we were harnessing to the development of the society, and each region was making some subvention to the center for the running of collective processes until the military came, like you rightly said, and the federal structure of Nigeria was dismantled, and a unity system was installed. And between then and now, it has never been the same for Nigeria. We lost that capacity for competition because in those days, when each region was producing its own well, I mean, people knew that they had to work. They didn't have to wait for one good Samaritan at the center, one for Christmas at the center that is doling out money to the regions. The regions were up and doing. They were creating, they were making money, paying their civil service, doing everything, building their roads, building schools. I remember that it was part of the money of that was used to build the University of Ife then, I mean, a grand university of global standing. Then I mean I don't know about now. So and same with the north under the Nigerian People's Congress, I think, and the east. So each region was developing at steady, if not rapid, but at steady rates. And we need to consider this because you see, if you are thinking of the future and looking at the past, where we are today is look, maybe there's something to learn from this past. Maybe we need to go back to where we are coming from to begin to now chart a path to a glorious future for Nigeria. I mean, nobody wants Nigeria divided. I don't want it. And I think most people that I know, where there is peace, we need a Nigeria where we can all be comfortable. We need a Nigeria that can be conducive to livelihood, and our children and ourselves don't have to be thinking of running out of the country. That is the country we want, but we can't build such a country where there's no justice. We can't build such a country where some people are thinking they are superior to others. No, those are the tendencies that drive anger, that drives desperation and bitterness. So we have a lot of work on our hands today. All hope is not lost, but we need to get these facts right.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yinka, I'll have to go for a commercial break. At the turn of time, we'll call you back. Let's go for a commercial break.
You're welcome. As to that restructuring. So you can see that there is a groundswell, there is a consensus regarding the need for restructuring in this country. So we shouldn't be discussing about the need or no need or argument for restructuring anymore. I think this country has gone past that stage. I think what we all should be working on now is look, how do we ensure that this restructuring is actualized within the shortest possible time frame? Probably before the next election. How do we support the government? Look at like for instance, I couldn't also imagine that recently at the 50th Arewa House celebration that was there, Dr. Enifai was also there to reiterate the need for restructuring. And if restructuring cannot be done in a wholesome manner, we could start by doing it in bits. For instance, everybody now is agreed that look, even the National Assembly said recently that governors should be allowed to set up state police. I mean, look, that is a place to start. And at the summit that was held yesterday, there was also the consensus that there's a need for resources to be given to the state to manage. That look, the federal government does not have any problem, any does not have any need to start going to the Niger Delta to begin to put, to begin to, I mean, to drill their oil and manage it, or that the gold in Malaysia or the gold in Zamfara and or the farmland. You know, if it could be, if the government, the federal government is interested in how to tap petroleum, then the federal government should be interested on how to rear cattle, how to farm. So that, I mean, that is where the issue of equity comes in. You can't be dealing some people's resources and allow the other ones, I mean, to do it, to privately tap their own resources. It's quite imbalanced, it's unfair. So there was a consensus, an agreement yesterday that look, that is part of the ways we can go. And this one is not record time. It doesn't require us to turn the country upside down. The National Assembly can easily use that law and make it actionable. So
Yes, you talked about the National Assembly, and this is where I want to come. How much support? These are representatives of the people. How much support has the National, Assembly given to the matter of restructuring?
well, so far, I will commend them, and for the simple reason that they have they have declared publicly that they are also interested in amending the constitution to reflect the will and desires of the people. For me, what else do we want them to do? Nothing so much. So what we need to do as joint stakeholders, because in the project Nigeria, nobody has a greater stake than the other person. Even if you are the president of this country, it doesn't make you a greater stakeholder in this agenda than I am. The only thing we have done for you is that we have given you a mandate to represent us and represent our interests. So we are all equal stakeholders. So that some people in the National Assembly is just, the National Assembly is an instrument of realizing our own desires as the people of Nigeria. So they have come out to openly requested for the submission of memoranda from anybody that is interested, and they have promised that as much as possible they are going to expedite the process. But then the question is, what are we the people doing? Are we just going to sit back as we normally do and let things just go the way the wind blows it? No. Now it's time for us to come together, either as individuals, either as societies, either as groups, either as ethnic nationalities. We need to come together and say, look, this issue that you have declared you are going to be supporting, we want to also support it so that we can activate it. And that's one of the reasons that we came out and said, let us establish a process, a platform that can help to drive this agenda. The government is busy now trying to sort out the challenges facing the country. We can support the government to expedite the process of restructuring. And since the National Assembly has said, look, we want to do it. So we now must mobilize everybody from the grassroots to the topmost level. We will let Nigerians know that it is not in our interest to continue to be lukewarm and reserved where the issue of social engineering is concerned. And because we have been doing that over the years, that's why the country has generated to this situation. So we need to rise up, all of us, and say, look, this restructuring must happen. And it should happen, and it can happen before 2023. Now that the National Assembly is interested, let us come up with our own member. And that's why the structural television movement is planning to go to the grassroots to interact with the people there, get their views and perspectives, so that whatever the past commissions, conferences, agencies have done and submitted, we can then crystallize all of these ideas, flowing from the grassroots, the communities, to local government, to state, to zones, then to the center, and so that we can filter it from the grassroots. So by the time it gets to the center, even if it's just 5 items that we want to focus on for now, we can focus on those items. Instead of, yes, for instance, the 2014 National Conference came up with almost 600 resolutions. And we don't have to go that far, because that would be cumbersome. But we can just say, look, of all of these are the minimum 5 areas that there is a consensus. Let us even begin from there. And that is what we have to do. And that is why the structural actualization movement came up to say, look, let us help the government. The government is busy, yes, it's overloaded in all areas of governance, in terms of resources, in terms of manpower, in terms of attention.
Okay. Yinka, still more questions to ask, yeah, but I have to go to the audience now. Just stay and get comments from the audience on this matter. And numbers to call to be part of this conversation: 081 40,989, 081 40,989, or 070
Victor.
We'll take your calls now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Victor.
Morning.
I am Job International.
Job International, let's hear you.
I want to welcome you again on the program. May God bless you. My take about the state of the nation in Nigeria is worrisome. Your guest has said many things. But with the latest development this morning on the newspaper review about Nigeria, I am scared and I'm afraid. About the issue of Nigeria state, unless justice, fairness, equity is the only solution. But this government that promised us that he is going to carry everybody, is going to stop insecurity, all the promises. But today, you can imagine that in Nigeria, in my life since I was born, I have never had a country that a terrorist is asking the president to be a negotiator. And their promise of 2015 election in the today newspapers, I am afraid.
Okay.
And I used to say something on your platform, sir. I used to say that not service TV is our own problem. Not the IT is our problem. The problem is the president himself.
Where are you getting that from? Where are you getting that from, Joe?
Yes, sir. I'm coming, sir. Now, there was a time during 2013, Boko Haram says that any person that will negotiate with them and they will listen is Buhari. Today, the bandits are saying that the only person that they will listen to come to negotiate with them is Buhari. What is going on? Let Mr. President speak out today.
Okay.
Let him come out and
but he has spoken that criminality of any form from wherever will not be tolerated. I mean, that says a lot, to what you're asking. But again, let's take another call before I come back to our guest. Hello, good morning.
This is Arokoyo from Malta.
Can I get the name again?
Arokoyo, Malta. Arokoyo.
Arokoyo. Okay, let's hear you.
I want to say kudos to your guest. He has actually touched a lot of issues. And I want to also give you credit for bringing people who has the interest of this nation at heart in your discussion. So bless you richly by the grace of God.
Thank you.
I want to say clearly that the structuring at a particular time was what we need to make the decision. And as it stands today, it can still be the only solution forward. But it's already getting too late if it is not speedily implemented. Mr. Toyin Alabi, things are actually bad and they are actually out of hand as we speak. There are a lot of sections of this country that, as far as they are concerned, restructuring is no longer viable. It's no longer a formidable idea for them anymore. And if it's not speedily implemented, honestly speaking, I am saying that this nation is not going anywhere. Yeah, that's not the truth.
Okay,
I've always said that the nation's Nigeria, as it is now, are in the manager of this nation are the worst enemy of this nation.
Well, your own perspectives too. Okay, I got you, Arukoyo. And one more, and then we come back to our guest. One more call.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
It's Francis calling.
Francis, let's hear you.
Thank you. Honestly, your guests have really done justice to the topic as well. These days, you are bringing people that calming our mind from what is happening in this country. To be frank with you, Mr. Toyin, restructuring is the only solution. Ethnicity, regional vibration in Nigeria. Because I knew very well that if we can practice the democracy that from US, the way they are practicing it here. I don't think any region or any state would be eyeing each other in terms of my person is there and my person is not there. If states can control their resources, manage their education, their development, and why the federal manage defense and few foreign policy, I don't think anybody will be clamoring for being a president or my brother should be minister or whatever. Because as it is now, it's not working.
Okay.
Restructuring as a failure.
Okay.
That will fail if that is being implemented. And we must fight for inferiority and the superiority end. Because insecurity now is caused to there are people behind it, and some people are still controlling the power. We have to break it at all costs.
All right.
Let everybody respect it for that.
Okay, we got you on that. Yinka Kadri.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you heard the callers, right? And what they, all in, glad to have you on the program.
What's my response, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, let me start from the first man that spoke when he was talking about the need for us to identify who to blame and consequently blame the person. Yes, I agree with him that because of all of this, there may be need for us to identify the culprit and blame them appropriately. But for those of us who are interested in the future of this country and solving the problem, I would not know how effective that approach may be. The truth of the matter is that, yes, we may agree that we are not getting what we deserve from this particular government. I am not here to speak on behalf of any government. I am neither part of president. All I know is that this country is in a mess, and the mess did not just start today. Yes, the mess is escalated now. That is the truth. But if you single out a person as a problem, and that's what we've been doing over the years, we've been singling out people, individuals as being the source of the problem in this country. And when that singular person is removed from office, the problems linger. What is the guarantee that even if Buhari is removed from office today, all the challenges and problems are going to stop? I don't have any guarantee to that, except of course the Nigerian people collectively rise up and say, look, this is their heritage, they need to protect it. And that's the unfortunate way that we've been reasoning. That was what led to several coups that we've had over the years. We've had coups because people thought if you remove this one and put another one there, it may be better. But unfortunately, with all the coups we've had, with all of the interventions we've had, things have been getting worse. So for me, I don't think it is sufficient. Yes, you can blame anybody you want to blame, but for the purpose of solving this problem, we need to look at this whole thing holistically. Then the the other person that spoke, Mr. Arokoyo, yes, was actually expressing the thinking of a lot of us. Sometime in between September and October year 2018, I led a team of people from Lagos to the north, starting from Abuja, we were in Nasarawa, Benue, Katsina, Jos, and all of that. And the reason was we wanted to see firsthand when we hear of the crisis that's going on in the north, particularly the violence and the killings and all of that. We found it very difficult to believe. And of course, because we are in the southwest where there was relative peace and calmness, we felt, okay, let's even confirm that all that we are hearing, all these gory tales about massacre, about that, let's even go there and confirm.
You have less than 1 minute.
What we saw was mind-boggling, and we felt this is not normal, this is not natural. And we had a series of press conferences around that time where we warned everybody that if these carnages are not stopped at this level, that it could possibly run over the entire country and overwhelm us all. And that was 2018. Now here we are, 2021.
Sorry, Yinka, sorry. Signals being raised for me that time up for me. This conversation must continue, and I hope you can give us another time that we can, continue with this conversation.
Not a problem.
Thank you very much. That was Yinka Quadri sharing thoughts with us about the state of the nation. Yinka Quadri is vast in talking about the affairs of Nigeria. He's a consultant on strategy, development, and communication, and has experience in global peace, prosperity, and progress. He's worked with governments of Ogun State in the past. He's an author and a public affairs analyst. He's been in the group, Save Nigeria Group, New Nigeria Naturalist, and Builders of New Nigeria. And that's why we found him, very good to be on the program with us this morning. This is not the end of it. We hope to bring Yinka back shortly. This conversation must continue. And we'd like to thank all of you there for being part of this program. Wisdom, thank you for putting us in the picture. And Kanchat, thank you for connecting us with Nigerians this morning. It's been Perspectives. We'll come back with it on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.